Be informed. In today's world, it's more important than ever that students be given the opportunity to be informed. And it doesn't matter what subject area, knowing what's going on around them related to what they're studying is very important. And so I'm going to give you some practical ideas here with a variety of different subject areas, and realize that these can be integrated into your program. Personally, what I did was every Monday took the first 15 minutes of a class and talked about topic areas that related to our course that were going on in the world around them, and it was great. At one point, students would bring in articles and they would explain what the article was about and then give their own opinion on it, and then we would have a little discussion about it, and we do that with a couple of students each Monday, and by the end of the course we'd covered a lot of ground in current affairs. So if you look at examples that we could apply this kind of methodology, let's take science as an example. You could deal with a question how medicine is dealing with disease outbreaks in the world, or how science is contributing to space projects like the Mars, the Sun, and the Moon today. How new technological research is working on change in the use of the car, how technology is dealing with the pandemic. So just a little extra time dealing with some of the realities of the world is very easily done in the science area. In physical education, also very easy to look at things like how sports has been affected by COVID-19, the issues connected with the Olympic Games. These are a couple of ideas. In food studies, one could have the students talk about the latest on dietary issues affecting the world. You can deal with the latest poverty statistics in the world. In history, you could talk about the latest health epidemics put into a historical perspective. You could look at violence hotspots in the world. You could also look at political change in the world and talk about organizations like the World Health Organization. In geography, one could look at regions of the world suffering for a variety of reasons. We could look at border issues in the world today, also looking at climate change issues. In law, certainly looking at lawless societies in the world. One could also talk about current legal changes, legal reforms that are being made. In economics, one could look at the latest trends in the economy. You could look at the stock market's ups and downs in the value of the dollar and so on. In business, the latest changes on the business scene, the latest impact on business by online shopping, for example. In mathematics, statistics related to major news stories around the world could be looked at. Polling results could be examined. Predictions based on numbers could be examined. So these are just the tip of the iceberg, just a few ideas. And I think that any course like that could deal with something like that, have a couple of students deal with issues like those once a week. And like I said, by the end of the course, you've covered a lot of ground. And you've encouraged students to be aware of the world, but also to have opinions about them. So we do really need to be constantly informed, and it's a great thing to focus on in your classes with your students. Okay, next time we're going to look at knowledge of learners.